Hello and welcome, and look at this lovely garden I am standing in. I mean, look at that foliage. That is some nice foliage right there. And that truck, I would potentially commit crime with that truck. My ethereal purple. Anyway, my name is Slev, and today I'm here with a equipment guide. First one. Possibly the first one of the game even, because let me tell you, when I logged on today, there were a grand total of 12 people online. This game is small. So today, I am going to talk about my favorite piece of equipment, and I'm going to open up the inventory here. Oh, apparently I can look around in the inventory, didn't even know that. My favorite piece of equipment, the mirror camera. I'm not exactly sure why they call it a mirror camera, per se, because it's just a camera. But regardless, this is my favorite piece of equipment. I love this thing. So this thing, I will call it the right thing. The mirror camera is on 5 by default. So let's get that out. And whoa, what is that in the upper right corner? Oh my god, that is a camera. So right now, that camera's looking pretty similar to what we're seeing already. A little bit out in front of us, perhaps. But wait, if I look up, it's still looking forward, though a little bit higher or lower to the ground. Yeah. Oh, look, my feet. Alright, so when you right-click... Okay, so the description said left-click to manipulate. We'll get back to that in a minute. Right-click lets you detonate explosives. So I'm going to put down a remote explosive here. So remote explosives are placed with left and detonated with right. As we can see, though, if I'm holding the camera stick, I can also detonate explosives, which is great. Basically, I'm going to show you some tricks here in a minute, but that is awesome. Alright, so let's get to the manipulation. And the reason I'm outside is because I really wanted space to show off this thing, and then we'll get inside and show what it's really useful for. So, I already showed how you can move it around like this, like a normal piece of equipment. If I hold down the left click, though, I can rotate the camera head. I mean, look, that's me. This is how you take a selfie in Intruder. Blank expression, unblinking eyes, pole held out far in front of you. That's alright. Anyway, oh, it's mirrory. Why is this called a mirror cam? Is it because it mirrors stuff? I don't... But why would I want a mirror there? I don't know. Alright. So as you can see, I can look all over the place. The one thing you will notice is it is kind of hard to make out details. This is a small screen, and I will tell you, I have a fairly large monitor, and I find it difficult to make out details with this. This is really more for close-up. So let's get this thing back adjusted. That's good. And head inside. So let's talk about the pros of this thing. It's all, the only alright, I'm going to go with the other direction here. There are no cons to the camera on a stick. It is the quintessential best piece of equipment ever. Ever. It does work like other weapons where it will get pushed. Look, you can see the inside of my head. That is how good this thing is. It can look inside my head. Whoa, wait, going back. Gotta look at that. That was cool. That was cool. Yeah, blue eyes. Badass. Alright. Now that we're done toying around here. Oh god, I broke it. I fixed it. Okay. Wow, this is shaping up to be a good tutorial, guys. Alright, so let's say we spawn here. This is the traditional, one of the spawns anyway. I've had it swap who spawns where, so I'm not going to say who spawns where definitively. I think it's randomized. Don't quote me. Let's say we're waiting in this hall, and you've got the classic battle across this hallway. So we're shooting down this hall, you got bullets flying everywhere. What do? Well, you could lean around the corner, but you might get your face shot off. Or, you can camera on a stick. Yeah. As you can see, I can see around this corner, but they can't see me. That's where the camera and stick comes in handy. You can also go prone, use camera on a stick, and you can actually look upwards a little bit to kind of adjust how high the camera on a stick is. To illustrate this a little bit better, I'm going to look at this over here. So let's say we have proned our way up to here. you know, we're pretty well hidden. They can't see us, but we want to check. We can do this to look over and see if anyone's at the end of the hallway. Again, really great tool. Or we can open the door just a hair and look through the hallway. As far as I've been able to tell, and I'm not positive, enemies can't see the camera. My assumption is eventually they will, but as of now, I don't think they can. Especially if we look back, we can see it's kind of ghostly and ethereal in our hands, at least from a third-person perspective. So my assumption is that enemies at most are seeing this pole part, but they can't see the camera at all. Because if we look kind of down there, it looks like that's where the camera would be. So, for now, what I would say is it's invisible. Use it to your heart's content. I love it. I think it's the best tool in your arsenal. And it's one of the unique things about this game. But I'm going to show you my favorite spot to use this, and then we'll call it a day. So, let's head downstairs. Now, as you can see, I broke that window over there because I'm a horrible, horrible person. But this is one of my favorite spots. You hide in this corner. You look upwards, because now we can see everyone approaching. If we adjust over just a little, we can now also see anyone coming in through the window. So we can see the balcony up above. So if someone's coming from up above, we can switch real quick and shoot them. Or, and the camera will reset when you swap. So just a point of fact. Or we can see if people come in the window, which I did get a guy who came in the window. I was watching from about here, saw him hop in, switched and popped him as he came through the window. Fantastic place. The other trick, which I showed you before just to illustrate the functionality, but I think is equally cool for, well, for lots of reasons, is this. Let's say they're coming through the door. We're waiting around this corner. When they come through the door, we can detonate the explosive, which is awesome. That is a great tool. So, that is about all I have. Had to reload my explosives. That's about all I have. Again, I think this is probably the coolest gadget in the game. Definitely recommend using this gadget. So, that's about all I have. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It wasn't a great tutorial, but it was a tutorial. The next one will be a little bit more detailed on a better gadget, maybe with some actual gameplay. This one I really just wanted to highlight the functionality. As the game gets patched more, I will continue to talk about more gadgets, more great things in Intruder. I think this is a great game. I will put a link to Super Boss Games in the comments. You should go check it out. Support the developers. This game is just loads of untapped potential waiting to be patched in and made. Anyway, if you liked my video, please like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Stygis, S-T-Y-G-I-I-S. And as always, have a nice day.